baffling that during Disney's 100th anniversary, they had possibly the worst slate of films reception and box office wise. Can they win back audiences? Oh, sure. Disney's always done this. No one can stay on top forever. That, like, you can just go back through the decades. After Walt Disney died, they call the 70s and 80s the Dark Ages. They literally call it the Dark Ages. And there's some good movies in there, or there's some cute ones. But when you compare it to what came the 20 years before and the 10 years after the Dark Ages, they're a lot more forgettable. And the Disney Renaissance is called the Renaissance because it was this creative revival like the Renaissance. And so the whole point was this wasn't so great, and we figured out how to get back to it. And that lasted about 10 years. And then you have the post-Renaissance, where you're getting Chicken Little and like a bunch of these just odd projects, and they experimented. You can respect the experiments, but a lot of them didn't work. And so they've always had these ups and downs. And the most important resource is human talent. And money can't make someone more creative. And there's people that are just those extreme outliers, whether as executives that can recognize talent, as storytellers, as heads of studios. There's a reason that for a long time, Kevin Feige was just like viewed as this legend, and everyone's like, we need to get a Kevin Feige for Star Wars, and we needed Kevin Feige for the DCEU, and we needed Kevin Feige because he was so good at a specific skill set for 3 full phases. But there's only so many people that have that unique skill set. There's only one Kevin Feige. And I don't think you could just take him and throw him on something else and it would work the same. It was the right person at the right time in the right way. Like all these things just happened to work out right, and he was really talented. So you can't just recreate that lightning in a bottle. So Disney had a lot of things go really well for them throughout the last decade. Some of that was Bob Iger's strategy of buying winning franchises. And so he gets Pixar and Marvel at just the right moments to carry them to have a great little decade. And in buying Pixar, fully acquiring Pixar, more importantly, they got John Lasseter, who was an animation prodigy. So then all of a sudden, his magic applies to Disney animation as well as Pixar. So they have the top 2 studios at the same time, and they have both of them. And obviously, there's some issues with him on a personal level, so he was ousted. And there's not someone that magically is just a second him. But they're a gigantic corporation. They'll have slow periods, and then they'll have their comebacks. And maybe they're going to have the rest of the 20s will be a lull. And then in 2031, they'll get whatever will happen, and then it'll come back to life. I don't know. But as for the first part of this, baffling that their Disney 100th anniversary was such a low point. I don't know if it's baffling, but it's kind of sad. It would have been nice if 2019 was their 100th anniversary. That would have been nice, where they were like on top of the world. You close it. We're going to do a streaming service. But the way it worked out, they peaked 4 years too soon. But yeah, they didn't mean for it to be a bad year, but whatever reason, just so many misses, so many pieces. But when you talk about like the pipeline of leadership and movie production, Chapek took over enough years back that a bad leader led to a bad 100-year celebration, despite Iger having been back the last year. It was the trickle down of Chapek this whole year. Oh well, sorry, Disney. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month for $2 per month, $20 per year. You can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams for $5 per month. You get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.